Have you heard of Anchor? It's the podcast platform we use to bring you our episodes. It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let us explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer.
Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard across multiple platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. And the best part is that it's everything you need to make a podcast, all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hi, I'm Melissa.
And I'm Amber.
And you're listening to the AM Podcast. So today we're going to have a special BTS episode. And we're going to start off with what they've revealed so far for their comeback and also revisit their first 3 music projects as a group. But first we're going to get into our K-music picks of the week. So Amber, what is your K-music pick of the week?
Honestly, it's been like my pick for like ever since it came out. So I thought it was so good. But it is Size, featuring Sugar That they put their foot in that song because it is so good.
Very catchy.
And yeah, I just really like it. I mean, I've always liked Psy's music anyway. It's always upbeat. Like, I don't know. For some reason, when that came out, I just felt like, oh, it's officially summertime and I'm about to have fun. Because every time I get in the car, this song is the first song that I play. It's so good. They did amazing. So yeah, that's my pick of the week. What's yours?
Mine is Love Dive by I don't know if that's how you say their name. I don't know. I feel like I don't really hear people say some of these artists' name like out loud. And so I just feel like I'm mispronouncing it all the time. But anyways, I really like this song. It's kind of recent. The hook and the chorus is really good. I don't know. I don't know if it's a hook or if it's the chorus. But anyways, it's just a really good song. So I've been listening to that lately. They only have like 4 songs out. Total. But they're all pretty good. And so I'm excited for them. They're a very like kind of more on the experimental, but experimental like in a good way type of music.
Mm-hmm.
Not like some other groups that have come out recently. Anyways, so anyways, so yeah, that's my K-music pick of the week. All right. Well, moving into our next section, we're going to talk about BTS's comeback. They're coming back on June 10th. We're very, very excited for that. And so far, so we're going to talk about, I guess, the album pre-orders, the schedule for the comeback, and what they've revealed so far for the track list. So, Amber, what are your thoughts about like the whole pre-order I don't know, situation or how they did it?
I feel like we always have a situation when it comes to ordering something or buying tickets or something. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, I feel like the process of buying it was fine. I just think you and I, the way we deliberated about which one we wanted, that's where it got complicated because like the US shop didn't have the set and it didn't also come with a special gift. And so I want the special gift. So I mean, the special gifts in global, and I know we're supposed to like support BTS and buy from the USA store so that it can be on Billboard, but like a girl wants a special gift, okay? So why would I do that? Anyways, also, I was thinking, like, did we make the wrong choice? Because I was like, was it more expensive? But today, I did the calculations, and like, I did the calculations, and it was only $1 more. So it's like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. Anywho, that all being said, I really do wish that the US shop did come with like a special gift. Even if they didn't do a set, it still would have been nice to like maybe if you brought the standard one, you could get a special gift, or like somehow they figured out if like you brought the standard one and the compact one in one order, maybe then they could like send you a special
Mm.
gift with it. If they weren't able to combine them together, so that would have been nice, but I guess I don't know. We're living in the United States. We never get the cool stuff anyways. So I think that's why I was okay with going with global, cuz that's the I mean, okay, also it's not guaranteed that we'll get the special gift, but that's okay because like you said, Melissa, offline when we were discussing this, you would be mad that if we didn't try for it and we could have got it and the special gift looks cool, then we would have been mad. But like trying it and not getting it, it's okay. But I feel like we're gonna get it. I feel like our luck has been great this year. So I'm gonna believe in it and I'm gonna manifest that we're both gonna get the special gift. That's all. That's my thoughts on pre-order.
Um, yeah, yeah, I agree with everything you said. I just feel like I don't want people to like come for us or anything, because I mean we support the guys. I mean, because afterwards I started feeling like a little guilty because it was just like, should we have just gotten from the U.S. to help contribute towards Billboard? Da, da, da. But I feel like we support them in other ways. We just spent like how much money to go see them halfway across the country,
Right.
and it's just like I feel like people shouldn't be dictating to other people what they're doing with their own money.
Mm-hmm.
And we support them in other ways outside of albums. And trust, I feel like BTS has such a large fan base, which is also how I like justify it to myself. Like, it's okay because they have such a large fan base. If like a few people don't get the US versions or whatever, I mean, I feel like it's not going to hurt them. I really don't.
Right.
I don't know. And then people that are like, I guess are outside the US, they could still order like through US, I guess, if they have the US store, if they care so much. I mean, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
not US store, US address, if they care so much about them charging on Billboard. I don't know. I was also wanting to get the pre-order gift because, like you said, we don't really get anything over here in the US. And I understand why they didn't sell the set as a set for the US, because I think Billboard would have considered that as bundling, and that's also why they didn't like do the special gift for the US, because it would have been considered bundling. But like I feel like they don't care. like, it's gonna sound bad because I mean we talked about this offline, so I don't know. But I feel like you know they don't really care about like the fans. They just want to chart on Billboard, and it's just
Mm.
like I don't know. And like, and some people were like guilting people into buying the US because some people were saying that they were gonna buy through global to try to get the pre-order gift, but then also buy from like a US store. Guess what I
Okay.
said? I was like, I mean, y'all got money like that, then.
I know.
I mean, I could probably see myself getting it and maybe selling it, but I also don't want to go through the process of like selling it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why even bother? Um, I don't know, but anyways, I don't think I have too much more to say about that. It's just I felt kind of bad, but then I also feel like other people shouldn't be like telling people, "Oh, you're not really an army." Excuse you, are you my bank account? Like, do you pay my bills? I'm gonna do what I want to do with my money.
And
I'm
it's
gonna try
like,
and get the most that I can while if it's available. Now, if they had like blocked us from like getting global, then obviously we would have just gotten US. But we weren't
yeah.
blocked, so let's
I I
go ahead.
just
Go ahead.
I just first of all, this is ridiculous. It shouldn't matter if like supporting is supporting. And honestly, like the Billboard Awards is not the end of the world. Like it's not the end of the world if they don't like they're gonna get it. Like that's just how I feel. I feel like they're gonna get it. Like I know they're probably wait, are they nominated for anything else? Wait.
They're nominated for like 7 awards or something like that. I just saw today that like they're probably not going to attend the Billboard Awards because they're getting ready, for their comeback.
Yeah, aka a tour, hopefully. So like one little award, it's fine. Like, I mean, I just feel like they're gonna get it. Like, enough people are gonna buy. Enough people are gonna buy, and the way that like Army mobilizes, like with the
Exactly.
group purchasing and all that stuff, like it'll be fine. Nobody should feel bad. And then also, I also just wanted to throw this tidbit in here. I know there were like rumors going around the internet that like if you did order it from Global, they were going to cancel your order. But I asked Weverse, and they said no. They said that if the payment went through, it's coming to you basically. That's basically what it felt like that entire message to us said. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. If there's anyone listening that like might have ordered from Global and you were getting worried about everything that you were seeing all in the Twitter sphere, you're okay. You're fine. We're getting it.
Yeah, I was one of those people. Like the day after, I was like panicking, like texting Amber, like, "Oh my god, what if they cancel it? Oh my god, what if we don't get the gift?" But that was reassuring.
Yeah, so we got that.
Um,
So basically, like, people back off, okay? Back off. Okay. Of all of us that decided to order through Global, okay? Leave us alone. And like, honestly, we're buying. First of all, do you guys not think that buying anything else from Weverse is not supporting them? Like, what they let's break it down like this. They do care about awards, but what they really need is the money in their pockets. And where's it coming from? It's coming from us. We're buying from Global. If we're buying from US, the tours. Do you know how I just went to Five Below to get some BT21 stuff.
oh my
For what
god,
reason? I went to 2 of them. For what reason? I think they'll be fine. Leave us alone.
this. Anyways, yeah, I'm having nothing more to say.
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I just also want to just add. I'm not gonna say anything else about this because, yeah. But I just wanted to add that I thought it was so funny how everyone was just so confused about like what's going on with the pre-orders.
Oh yeah.
Because it was like people were just because it's when Hyde puts stuff out, it's like very vague. Like information is like very vague, and then it's like up to us to like share our experiences
Mm-hmm.
that from the past and like reaching out to Weavers for like clarification and stuff. And I just thought it was so funny because everyone's like, so wait, if I order from the US, do I get this? Or if I order from Global, do I get this? Or how do I do this? Or what's the difference between this and that? I just thought that was funny. It's funny how like Army are like detectives anytime BTS put something out.
They
And
made us this way.
yes. But was there anything else you want to say about the pre-orders?
Mm-mm.
Okay, we said a lot. And I could have said more, but you know what? I'm not gonna have y'all attacking me. Next, they also put out the schedule for the comeback, which yeah, so they put out the schedule. So what are your thoughts with the schedule?
It was in a circle. Let me rephrase that. The schedule, okay, it wasn't completely in a circle. It was more so like in a half circle, but I still hated it. I hated it so. The words were in the half circle, but it because they didn't go all the way around.
They
I don't
didn't.
remember them going all the way around.
For some reason, I remember turning my phone around.
Okay, maybe I don't remember. Anyways, I really didn't like it, and I thought it was really funny because people were just putting it in like regular text form for people
Yeah.
because like they were just over it. But I think one thing I was curious of is why did they put ET on there? Like our time? They like never do that. They normally just put KST on there. And I was like, okay, this might be me thinking too much in it. I was like, is this a sign? Does this mean they're gonna come to this side of the country when they come back for their tour first? Like, is this a sign? Like, I hope it's a sign. I think I'm just really hopeful for everything. But I'm really excited. I think it's interesting that they're doing like different well specifically for the No, there was a couple things that they're doing it over like 3 days for each CD. I think that's really cool. And I'm excited for it to be 3 CDs. I mean, honestly, I just think like, okay, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I just think it's like amazing what they've accomplished in this time for them to be able to put out like an album like this with like all their big hits, because like they're filling up 3 full CDs, and they're like, I know we're talking about the track list later, but like they did put out a few, and you can tell it's not like little, it's not like six on each. Like it's like full albums on there. And
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, like congratulations to them, because that's big for like where they are. Like people can't do that until like later in life, or like knock on wood, but like after they disband, like most groups will like disband and then put out something like that, or at least the company will put out something like that. So I don't know, like, congratulations, BTS. I'm really proud of you. Okay, I'm done with my happy army moment. What were your thoughts on the
Um,
schedule?
So yeah, I know we're about to talk about the track list. I just wanted to say that I agree with you because I think normally I've only seen people that are like okay that are like really dead actually. Like I see them put out anthologies of
Mm-hmm.
like their like works. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, like old artists that are like my dad's age, you know. But I've never seen anyone do that like at a younger age, especially as young as they are,
Mm-hmm.
which again, like you said, shows how hardworking that they, how hardworking they are, and like how much content that they push out, um, consistently. Um, so that's very cool. And it's crazy how like even though okay, never mind, we're gonna talk about it next. Okay, sorry. The
I
schedule.
had to cut myself too. I had to cut myself off a little bit.
So I agree that the thought the circle was kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
I just looked it up because I forgot it was like a half circle, but you had to like I had to like turn my phone a little bit
Mm-hmm.
just to read it. But yeah, and I don't know. To me, I I I mean I didn't really like the circle, but I get it because I think it's supposed to look like a vinyl record, and so like if you're thinking of like I don't know, accomplishments. And like I guess like some awards are like vinyl record style.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they when they go like when artists go like platinum and like I don't know what the other ones are. But like normally it's like in a vinyl
Mm-hmm.
shape. So I guess that's what I was thinking. Like, okay, so they're going for like a music accomplishments kind of look. I don't know. We just want to know what the dates are and the times
Yeah.
and what's coming out. Um I also thought it was weird that they put Eastern time. Well, I didn't really think that the Eastern times were weird. I feel like they've done that before, but maybe I'm wrong. You said they never did. I really don't remember. I thought they
Or maybe
had
they did and
them.
I forgot.
I don't remember.
I just remember us saying like, okay, so this is happening 3 p.m. their time, so it's like this time our time,
Yeah.
and I feel like we've always been adding it up over the years. So I don't ever remember them putting. Anywho, okay.
Yeah, because and also why I'm confused. I wonder who's handling like the comeback. I don't know. I guess I'm getting into like the like logistics, but I'm
Mm.
just wondering if like maybe they added that because maybe the Hive America whatever labels is
Mm.
like involved in it somehow. I don't know. Because normally, like Eastern Standard Time isn't going to help people in other time zones. So, because and if you're a BTS fan, you've already like have trained yourself to,
Yeah.
like you said, figure out what time the content is coming out based on their time zone already. So I don't know. That is weird. Um, but I thought it was weird that they added the dates too. Like I thought they were just gonna fix. Oh, we didn't say that. So when they first put it out, they put out the wrong Eastern Standard Times for some of the um things on the schedule, and then they re-uploaded it. But they also added the dates, and I was like, "What?
That's
What
weird.
did you need to do that for?"
Right.
It seemed like whoever made it, I don't know. It seemed like whoever made it maybe isn't used to making those types of things. I just didn't feel like they made it more complicated than it needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, we know that it's they're a day ahead of us. in the US.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just like, why did they do that?
They're trying. I think they're trying to incorporate us more,
Hmm.
I guess.
But why?
I don't know.
Why did they want to incorporate us in this circle schedule, but they don't want to incorporate us in the pre-order gifts? You know?
I don't I don't know.
Okay. I mean, I guess they added the dates because if you're looking at the schedule and you want to know, like, I feel like it maybe it's useful for people who just like really don't know, and maybe
Mhm.
they would be confused because if it's like midnight on 5/9 for them, then if they just put 11 a.m. Eastern time, does that mean 11 a.m. 5/9, or does that mean 11 a.m. 5/9 May 9th? Okay, anyways.
I see what you're saying. And in my head it made sense to me, but I guess if you're a newer army and you're not used to calculating the difference between KST and whatever time zone you're in all over the world, like it makes sense for them to put the date. But it's still,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know because it's still like ET is like only part of the world,
Yeah.
like, or maybe that's like, I don't know, it's still only part. I mean, don't get me wrong, like the Americas are over here, but the Americas are not the whole world. Like, you know what I mean?
Does it have to do with like equator zones or okay? I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, okay, look, okay, I'm about to say what I was really thinking, and then nobody come for me because I was thinking like, if you split the world in half, like is it easier to calculate like the difference between KST time and, like, say if I lived in like London or something, is it easier for me to calculate it like in London time compared to hear me out, like, because I don't think in London they would be like 13 hours behind like we
Mhm.
are. And
Mhm.
maybe KST is a little bit, not KST, ET is a little bit easier over here because we're in the US. And so, like, if you live in California for EST, like the difference is only what, like 3 hours, 3 or
I
4 hours
so.
or something
Yeah.
like that. That's a lot easier to calculate than 13 hours. So I don't know. I'm done. That time thing. I went on a little ramble. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We went on about the time, but that's all. So, other than that, I don't think I have anything else to say about the schedule.
Mhm.
So, moving on into the track list. What were your thoughts about the track list? Oh, so I guess I should say that so far, as of the day that we're recording, they have released the track list for CDs 1 and 2, and so that's what we're gonna talk about. Okay, go ahead.
First of all, I was really excited to see Born Singer on there. I've been waiting for years for them to release the song, and I'm so excited. And like, I understand why they couldn't technically release it officially because it was J. Cole's song, and they probably had to go through all the legal stuff in order to put it on it, and yeah, just a whole thing. But I feel like they're at that level where like people just be okay with it. I don't know, whatever. So yes, I'm very happy about that. um so far, I mean, I can't really say too much about the track list so far because a good amount of the songs on there are songs that are already out, so I can't say much. But the two new songs was Yet to Come, and girl, it took me forever to figure out what that the other one, but it says Run BTS, like when you translate it into English. So I'm really interested to see like what those songs will be. Like, that being said though, I wish there were more than just, what is it, the three new songs that they're putting out. I guess, okay, yeah, I'm about to complain right now. I'm gonna be one of those armies that like, I just been seeing like people have been coming for armies that have been complaining about this album because I was expecting it to be something more like the B album. How, like, I think the only song that we had already heard was Dynamite. I think they had the Dynamite on that one, and all the other songs were new. And so I think that's what I was expecting when this album was coming out. Um, so yeah, that part I'm a little disappointed in, but I'm also hoping that maybe this third album, kind of like what you sent me, Melissa, will have like the remixes and the demos and like just the songs kind of like Born Singer that weren't released before that, like maybe now we can have. So like I'm hoping that's what it is. And if that's the case, like it's kind of like they're new songs, but they're not, but they are. And so like that would make up for it. But I'm saying all this, but we still pre-ordered the albums. Oh, they got some hold on me.
Yeah, both versions.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. But I'm just saying. But other than that, like I'm really excited. And it's I don't know, and I feel like seeing the track list also like solidified what I said earlier, how it was like, wow, they put out a lot of hits. Like it's different when like I listen to it on my phone, but then to actually see it written out, I'm like, wow, they put out a lot of music over the years. I mean, it makes sense. They've been out for a while. But like, I don't know, like they're just so young, like you said. And like they're still alive, like you said. And they're like in the middle, like they're in their prime of like their career right now. And it's just like they're able to come out with this. And so yeah, I'm really excited for these track lists and everything else that's on this schedule that is yet to come. What were your thoughts, Melissa?
So yeah, so the first CD is all like group songs. I am not sure if they're all necessarily title tracks or singles. Because I feel like all of them could technically be title tracks, except for Born Singer. And I don't know about Danger. I can't remember about Danger. But I feel like Idol and Fake Love and DNA. I feel like these were title tracks.
Mm-hmm. Those three were.
Okay. And then I know like Life Goes On was the title track for the B album. So maybe they are title tracks. Anyways, okay. And then the second CD, it looked like it was solo and unit songs. So that seems, I guess that's the theme of those two. And then the two new songs that you already mentioned. Um and yeah, I'm hoping that the third one is gonna be, like you said, remixes. I hope it's like real remixes if they are remixes. Like I hope it's not like an existing song and they just threw a different beat under it and it's not like a real remix. Like if they are going to release like a remix, I really hope it's demo versions that haven't been unreleased as yet. That would be awesome. Just I just hope it's a bit different. I don't know. Ooh, it might be nice if they release like Dang or like some of their like Muster songs that they've only performed at Musters.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Here's hoping. But all the songs that are on there, I mean, are great songs. They're all hits, like you said. So it's fine. I saw people are already talking about like some of the producers that are producing these new songs. Um, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. There's just a lot of conversation. But I think they're gonna be good songs. And I mean, that's about it. I don't have too much to say about the track list. It's what I thought it was gonna be. Old songs and three new songs.
Yes.
Well, so far too. The only surprise, like I said, was Born Singer. Apparently they remastered it to put it on. I don't really know what that means. But I guess that means I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Usually that means like bringing it up to like today's like sound quality
Oh, okay.
or like the quality of something. I don't know, because I'm thinking of like movies when they're like, oh, it's remastered. Normally, like I think like
Ah.
the old school movies, it's like it's in color now and the sound quality is better. So that's what I think. That's all.
Oh. Yep, they said it's a process that's done to improve the sound quality. Okay. And I think that's all that we were going to say about their comeback so far. There's a lot more that's on the schedule. They have a bunch of stuff that they're still going to put out. Um, and the next time that we record, we will tell you all about our thoughts on that. And so now we're going to travel back to the beginning of BTS, because with the new comeback coming out, we were like, you know what? It seems like they're going back to the beginning. So why shouldn't we? And so we're going to revisit their first single album and their first two mini albums. And we're going to start with their first single album, Too Cool for School. So we're going to talk about our favorite songs on the album, the music video, and our overall thoughts about the album. So Amber, what were your favorite songs?
I liked like. I don't. I've heard like before, but I don't feel like I haven't heard the song completely through. And
Are
this
you
was the
kidding me?
first. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding you. Um, I believe the first time I heard it all the way through from like start to finish. It's so good. Yeah, I'm so mad it took me this long to hear it from start to finish. And then I also thought the skit was cute. For some reason in my mind, I didn't know they did skits like a lot throughout their albums, because I hardly ever listened to their full albums from the beat like their early albums like We Are Now. Like I've only heard like a few songs, or like if it came up on like a list of like BTS hits or whatever. So that's when I would listen to it. So I'm really happy that we're doing this, because I didn't listen to them all the way through. I've just heard bits and pieces of it. And so yeah, so I thought the skit was really cute. And like also, okay, I know this is probably like a over like a later thought, but I just it's very clear how young they are in this album, especially listening to the skit. And so anyways, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I don't think the skit was actually a favorite song though. I'm really sorry. But I mean, hey, it's a track.
You was to say it's a track, so I mean, I guess we could consider it a song.
Yeah.
It filled up some space.
Mm.
Um, yeah, my favorites were. I also really like. And I really like the outro circle room cipher. I hope I got that
Mm-hmm.
name right. But it was so cute. I had never heard okay, like you said, I feel like I've heard a lot of their older songs, but like you said, I haven't really listened like the skits, and I haven't listened to the outros, but I've heard from other really big BTS fans that their outros were really good. And going back to the three albums that we looked at, I was just like, oh yeah, like these are actually really good. But the outros, the little cipher was so cute. Like Jin's part was so cute.
Mm.
Anyways, I just thought it was cute. I was like, they're so funny. Um. Anyways, okay. So those are my favorites. And the music video was that they put out for this mini album was No More Dream. Uh, so one of my thoughts was, I've seen this video before.
Mm-hmm.
And it always made me. I always wonder, why Jin crashed into the boxes like that in the beginning. I'm like, he had a license, so which means he knew how to drive. I'm like, why did they make him? Is it to show like how bad he is, like driving a school bus? I'm gonna crash into some boxes. Like I was just like, I don't know. I was
Empty
just
boxes at that.
empty boxes. But I think overall, looking back at it, they all look pretty cool actually. Like I feel like if I knew about them back then and I watched this video, I would have been interested to see more from them. I really think so. I feel like it wasn't until we're gonna talk about the music videos later, but I think it wasn't until one of their later music videos where I was like, if I had seen this, I probably would have actually been into them. But I don't know if I would have been into them just watching this. I don't know if I would have been a fan because they look a little cringy. Um, but I mean, they look cool. I could see what the look that they were going for, the concept that they were going for. They were hip hop. That's what they came to prove, and that's how they debuted to the world. And yeah, and I guess the last thing I just wanted to add is I think all of them looked young, but I feel like V and Jungkook definitely look like babies. Like they definitely look like children, out the womb. Okay, maybe that's I was just like,
Not out the womb.
so young. And I was like, oh, it's a little baby's trying to be bad. But I don't know. It was a lot of fun watching it, like to see where they are now and then going back to the beginning. And yeah. So, what were your thoughts?
I thought they looked like babies. I don't know. I don't know. I just thought they looked like babies trying to look tough. Like, but I like, but I was trying to. Okay, that was my initial thought. But once I like placed myself like in that time when this released, and like if I like went back and the me that was back then, because like I was young back then when they came out. So what
Mm,
do you mean?
I mean, I guess we were young-ish.
Well, I mean, we weren't 30.
We're not 30 now.
We weren't 29, my bad. I'm just saying we were almost 30. But I'm
Okay.
just thinking like younger us, I was like, oh, okay, I can see it. Like I could see why people liked them and they thought they were so cute. And like, yeah, I just got it. That's where I was basically going with that. And then I also just wanted to say that that school bus is iconic and I love it. I don't know why he crashed into the boxes, but like, maybe he was trying to show that he was too cool for school by crashing the bus into the boxes. Okay, I'm thinking too much, whatever. um I will say though, I do agree with you. Even though they look like babies, they did look like, they made their point in what they were doing. And I also feel like in this video, rap line was in their element. Like this, but I mean, it makes sense because it was more hip hop than like pop. So like it made sense. Also, I just feel like even though I think like Rap Monster and Sugar, like they still Rap Monster. I think I called him Rap Monster because because of the video. RM, Namjoon.
I did the same thing right in my notes. So I was like, grab my. I'm like, oh wait, he doesn't go by that anymore.
You can't help it because when like going through these old ones, like honestly, when we first started watching it, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I almost forgot that RM stood for Rap Monster because he's tried to like. This feels like every year he just tried to distance himself from Rap Monster. So, anywho, I felt like RM and Sugar, they look like themselves, but just like baby versions. Like I could see like them now. Like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And so, I don't know. And Jen to me, he looked like a babe. Like I don't know. He was so cute, but he just didn't look like he had like come into his looks yet. Like not the looks that I know him as now. Like, you know what I mean? Anywho.
I think his head was smaller.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, or they just made his hair big.
I
I
don't
don't,
know.
because I was looking at his face. Like his face looks so small compared to now.
And also, they had a lot of makeup on, like a lot, especially eyeliner. A lot of eyeliner. There was
That's what
a
me and my
lot of
overall
eyeliner.
thoughts. I was really like, well, there was a lot of eyeliner going on in the early
A
days.
lot of eyeliner. Maybe that's what it is because I was like, oh my gosh. But was that like the style? I don't know. I feel like I probably should have watched some other K-pop videos from back then
Mm.
because maybe that was just the style from then. I don't know. Anywho, that's all I had to say about No More Dream. I didn't say much, but yeah.
No, yeah, that was a lot. So, I guess we're gonna get into our overall thoughts now about the album. So, Amber, what are your overall thoughts?
I just thought this album was short. Like very short. Like when I was listening to it, I was like, "Oh, it's over." I think this one was only like 21 minutes long, I think. When I looked at how long, cuz I was shocked. Like when I say I was like, "Oh, wait, it's over already." I was really short. Um Also, going back through these older like albums, I'm starting to see like the connections from like the past to the present because the intro song was used for Ego.
Hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to see like all these connections. We haven't talked about the other albums yet, but even throughout some of the other albums, like I can see it. And it's just like finally everything's like clicking. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. And I call myself a BTS fan. I've been a fan of theirs for years, but I've just never, it just never dawned on me to like go back and fully listen to all of their songs. They just been putting out so much music that it's just like, it was hard for me to keep up. Sometimes it's just like a little overwhelming, and I'm just like, maybe not right now. But now's the day. Today is the day. These episodes are the day. So no. And also just a little note, I also wanted to add, you had mentioned it like earlier when we were talking about this album, but I also thought the Circle Cipher was really cute. Um, the Circle Room Cipher, my bad, y'all. That one was really cute. I mean, it wasn't one of my favorites, but it was just like, I don't know, just reminded me of school. I mean, it makes sense because it's like too cool for school, but like it just, I don't know, it just reminds me of like when I was like in high school and middle school, and like you would see all the people mainly the guys. They would be at the tables. You know how they would always make a little beat with the pen and the pencil, and they would have like little rap offs. Anyways, is it a rap off? Anywho,
Battle? Is it
yeah, a
called a
little
battle?
battle, a rap battle. That's what I was going to rap off. And when they would do the little rap battles, so it just, I don't know, it just took me back. That's what I'm saying. And I really did love the fact that they were all rapping. And in my head, I just couldn't help but think like B was living his best life back then, because all that man wants to do was rap. Ooh, do you think we'll get him rap? Okay, never mind. Not me about to theorize if we're gonna get him rapping on this next album. But anywho, those were my overall thoughts.
Um, Mine, I mean, I don't know, I already said this also. I just really like the cipher. Cipher was just fun to me. I guess because it's been a while since, well, first of all, I've never heard Jin rapping like on like an actual record before. So that just blew my mind. And the fact that his rap is just like, yeah, my name is Jin. I'm Worldwide Handsome Jin, or whatever he was saying. Like basically his whole like mini rap was like his name. I just thought like, how cute is that? Like how Jin is that? Like I don't know. I just thought that was so cute. Oh, and then Tay's part was funny because his whole part was basically just like he was dissing like the rap line. It's just, I'm just like, this is just like, and I just love, maybe I like how the skits and like these like the cipher and like from the early albums. I mean, they're not like actual songs, but it gave you a sense of like their personalities. Because Jin is still just like that.
Yep.
Jin would still do a rap just about his name, Jin. Like his favorite song, one of his favorite songs to play is a song called Jin. They did like one of those like, I don't know, interview things. I don't know if you remember. It's the one where, okay, I don't know what it's called, but it's the one where like they were like, how well does BTS know BTS? I think I don't remember which magazine it was with. But anyways, that was a question recently, and Jin's answer was a song called Jin. And so I just felt like these were great ways to really show their personality, and a good way to like show to the world like they're not just like a group of idols or whatever. Like they are gonna be your best friends. Like I don't know. I don't know if that's okay. It's a little dramatic, but I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like from the beginning they started to grow that whole like, I don't know, that develop that connection. I guess with like their future fans army. Was something else I was gonna say? Oh, I also want to agree with you that I thought it was short. It was very short. I think there's actually only 3 real songs, either 2. No, really, it's 2 actual songs. An intro that was just music, and then a skit, and then the rap cipher outro. So I mean, it was very short, but I mean, I guess they figured, quality over quantity, is what I thought maybe. Um, yeah, I also thought that it was interesting that they had a hard hitting rap songs, and they had like in the middle of all that as like a ballad, and I was like, it doesn't really go, but I guess that was like to show their versatility. Like I don't know, like yeah, we're a hip hop group, but we can sing too. I don't know. I was just like, that's odd like song to put on there, but I guess that helped to break up, I guess, the hip hopness. I don't know, but yeah. So, um, moving on to the next album. This was a mini album. This was a mini album. You know, it's funny this was a mini album because I felt like their first single album was shorter than the mini album.
Mm.
I don't know. But so this is "Oh, Are You Late Too?" So Amber, what were your favorite songs on this one?
So one of my favorite songs was Coffee, but like Coffee has been one of my favorite songs for like ever. I don't know what it is, but I just love the song. And then I would say two new songs I really liked. Well, okay, first of all, hold on. We On was a really good song, and I feel like over the years like I've heard like I feel like this is one of the songs that like I've definitely only heard like a piece of it and never the entire song, or not even like a like half of the song. Like I don't know. Like the other ones I feel like I've heard a lot of, but this one no, but this is so good. And I feel like I never hear anyone talk about this song. Like it's so okay. Sorry, I really just went in talking about how much I love this song. I just think it was just a really good song. I think I was also surprised. Well, not surprised because like BTS is awesome, but like it was just shocking that like it was on their second album. I don't know. I was just like, oh wow, it's different from like I don't know. Just seeing the growth between the two albums was just amazing to me. Anywho, moving on, my second song, well, third song that I liked. All right, I'm gonna really mess up this name, but I'm gonna try my best. Okay. I really like Pal Paldoganson. I feel like that's how you say it. I may be saying it wrong, but I hope you know what I'm talking about. Um, I really like this song. Now, this is a song I've heard because when they did, I'm pretty sure, yeah, when they did, I can't remember if it was like a Bang Bang Con, whatever one where they streamed all of their like all of their older concerts or whatever. I do remember hearing this song and remembering that I really liked it. I'm also going to say that like I was in and out of sleep for this one. For when they were doing that because it was just so many. It was like late at night, and I'm like, a girl gotta sleep. So, but I really liked it, and I really think it's just because I think it was Jimin who was saying, "Oh, I can't pronounce it." The what is it? The what is it? Malagana, Malagano, Mara. Um, I just really like Jimin's part
Okay.
in the chorus. What were your thoughts, Melissa?
Um, yeah, I my favorite songs were I was gonna say coffee too, but I was like, I can't say coffee because I know Amber's gonna say coffee.
I can't help
And
it.
it's a good song, but it's like I wanted to like be different. I don't know. But it is a good song. That is a really good song. That was one of the ones that I was like, of course, like really familiar with. But I really like Attack on Bangtan. Bangtan.
Oh, that's one of
I
my fave songs too. I didn't want to
yeah.
say that because it's already one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, I don't know. I had to say it because I wasn't gonna say it either because I was like, I'm like already pretty familiar with this song. But every time I hear this song, I
Mm-hmm.
just see V doing his like makeup, whatever, his like own choreo. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm just like, yeah, when I was listening to it, I was like, yeah, I have to put this down. It's just such a good song and like it's such a fun song. And yeah, I don't know, I just really like it. And then the other one, I kind of like the outro, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure. I think I like it. It's very like body rollish. I don't know. I just I really like the outro. Um. So yeah, moving on to the music video. Um. They came out with No. Amber, what are your thoughts about No? Is it No or just it's no? Because they say no, so I'm guessing it's no.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just weird how they do like N.O, but it's just no. Okay, sorry. What were your thoughts?
I liked it. I feel like this. I feel like this is one of those videos where they started to like make a statement. Like I feel like
Hmm.
this is when Big Hit. I don't know how much BTS had a hand in like the earlier like, well, I guess they did have a good hand in what they wanted to do earlier in their career. Um as far as like creativity and the direction of the actual group. But I just feel like this is where the like the conspiracy theories probably could have started, and like us trying to like army trying to like connect things. Like, yeah, I don't know, they were like making a point. And so yeah, I really like this about that video. Also, there were hands in the sand which reminded me of Fake Love. um because I don't know, they've this hand thing. I guess is mostly because I was thinking of when we were at their concert. They had like this big. I think it was a blow. I don't know if it was a blow up or like an actual statue, but they had hands. They had hands that were holding a flower, and so like I don't know. It was just this whole thing of like everything connecting because everything I don't know because okay. Because there was also like sand in it. And I was like, oh, that also reminds me of was it Fake Love? When Jin was controlling time, like the sands of time.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't know. It was just all connecting to me. So
Hmm.
that's what I thought. And then I like the little cute dance break that was towards the end. I don't know if you consider that a dance break, but the little dance where like the people were trying to get them, but they were like, nah, you're not gonna get us. And then they tried to get Jimin and he was like, nah. And everybody was like, no.
Yeah, that part was cool.
And they were all like, you're not gonna get him because you know what? We gonna fight. And so yeah. I don't know. I just really thought it was cute and I really liked it. I don't know. I just love BTS. Anywho, what did you think?
I don't remember anything about sand,
Okay, it might not have been sand. It might have been like dirt. I don't know. It just looked like they were in the middle
dust.
of nowhere. Yeah, dust.
Yes, that was a question I had.
Okay.
But you always notice like things. I was like, maybe did I miss sand in like through their hands? Like maybe I need to go back. I don't know. But yeah, I was wondering why why they were being transported to like different areas. I don't know, and maybe it has something to do with like so the maybe it has something to do with like the pill that they took and how, which I thought was a cool concept because like I guess it was supposed to be something like the Matrix. I guess I don't know because like they were like being controlled by some people and then they took the pill and then they in their mind they turned into somebody else and then it became reality, which is sort of like the Matrix, where like, you're like asleep or like I don't know if they were sleeping, but they were like in like this like virtual like another reality, but then it actually became like the actual reality, sort of.
I've never seen The Matrix, so I'm just gonna have
Oh,
to agree with you and say
oh.
okay.
I was like, why is she looking at me like I'm crazy?
I'm trying to follow you
Oh,
because I've never seen the movie.
oh, they're really good. There's three of them. Actually, four is the fourth one that came. Okay, this isn't about them. I just thought I would let you know.
Okay.
I haven't seen the new one though. I want to see the new one. But anyways, I just like the concept of like you said, I feel like this was I don't know if this is where you were going to, but I felt like this was the first video where they started to make like not a political statement, but like
Hmm.
a statement of like who they were like as a group or what they wanted to do. Like it was the first time they were like, no, Like
Yeah, no.
like I feel like the first two videos, or wait, no, this is the second video. I'm sorry. The first video, I felt like was more so like this is who we are, we're bad or whatever, but it didn't really like make a statement or anything. But this one, it was like, but this one felt more like they were starting to take a stand against like I don't know, maybe society or something like that, which is
Mm.
what they started to do like later on in their later albums. So I liked that. And I felt like the set started to get better. they were starting to get better in this one. The first one, it looked a little bootleggy. I'm not gonna lie. Still better than anything that I would have came up with, if they gave me a budget and said create
Mm-hmm.
and set. But like the first one was a little like green screeny and a little like I don't know. And this one, I don't know. Actually, no, there's probably a lot of I'm just rambling. I liked the video. Okay. I wanted to add they were very in sync in this video. And it's been a while since I've seen them do like really tough choreography. Because nowadays they tend to do more laid back choreography.
Mm-hmm.
So it was cool to see them, in sync. I don't think I've ever seen this video all the way through. I've heard the song all the way through, but I don't think I've ever seen the video all the way through. So that was fun. That was fun. Um, okay, so now we're going to talk about our overall thoughts about Oh, Are You Late To? My overall thoughts, I really like the beat for We On.
Mm-hmm.
It is a good song, and for some reason, I don't know, y'all. I'm from the East Coast, but so for some reason, it just reminded me of like California rap music, and I don't know. It's just from what I've heard, the limited knowledge. I mean, a lot of the California rap music that I've heard was like really like 90s, and this didn't remind me of like 90s necessarily. It reminded me more of like there's a type of music in California, but I can't remember what it's called. But it's like there's like a very Californian sound to it. There's like certain artists that when you hear them, they're California. You can tell they're California artists, and you can tell that like they're like from certain areas. Or I don't know how to say it. I can't think of any artist right now, but so this is probably like a terrible. This is probably a terrible like assessment, but basically it just sounded very regional to me, and it sounded very like I could hear this being played in California, which I guess kind of makes sense because they did go to California.
American Hustle Live.
So I just feel like this album sounds very influenced by that area. For instance, if I Rule the World, girl, I had to look up to see who contributed to this song. It was just them. It was just the P Dog and like their group. Because when I listened to If I Rule the World, I was like, what West Side are they referring to? West Side of Soul? What? What West Side?
I thought the same thing.
I was like, did they create this like in while they were here in California? I don't know. I could have sworn like Warren G or somebody had like a hand in this, but no writing credits from what I could tell. Also I thought the lyrics I know like in the early days of BTS they did have a couple songs, and I mean there's a little like controversy with like 21st Century Girl and like whatever, and I've never heard anyone like saying that this song was like problematic, but to me it was a little problematic because they mentioned like Caucasian girls like specifically in the song, and I was just like they were talking about how they can like pull different types of girls or to the types of women, and it was like something European, Asian, Caucasian. I was like, why in the world would you only specify?
Wait, but Paul. All right, I just looked up the lyrics before that part. Why did it say there's no racism, but yet you call out European, Asian, Caucasian? Ah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Melissa. Sorry.
That's even worse. I didn't even remember that part. I just remember the Caucasian because it was in English.
Yeah, I don't think the racism part is in English. I just looked up the English translation.
Okay. I was just like, huh? Okay. And like, I don't know. To me, that was just problematic because it's like, I mean, do I have to like say? I don't know. Anyways, that song was interesting. That's all I was gonna say.
Can I just say one quick thing about another lyric?
Sure.
That's in there. Apparently, it says all the girls of the world would want me, ready to die.
Oh my god. They must have done this song when they were doing American Hustle Live, because I don't see who would have okayed. I don't know. Okay.
You know what? I'm just happy they grew. They grew.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, but they technically they didn't lie. Like that line wasn't a lie. Like girls all over the world do love them. I don't know about Ready to Die. I mean, I'm not a ride or die. There might be some that are ride or dies, but I'm not a ride.
Just a ride.
Yeah, I'm not dying. I'm sorry.
And I mean, I don't even know if back then. Well, maybe it was like, okay, so like LL Cool J, you know, came up with his name before ladies actually loved him, because LL Cool J stands for Ladies Love Cool J, and so I just don't feel just don't know if back then, if they had fans that were as intense as they are now, and maybe that was just like them like prophesizing or like putting it out there, like, no, manifesting, sorry, manifesting is the word, I guess.
Um. Well, I guess they were right.
I mean, yeah, they were right.
But I mean, they did have a lot of fans, like Korean fans. I know for sure back
Mm,
then.
okay, okay. I just kind of wish that song wasn't on the album, but I mean, it's there. I just wanted to mention, talk about it a little bit because it's there. So interesting. Overall, though, last thing I was gonna say, I felt like there was definitely more like sing-songy voice, singing songs on here. And this is the album where I felt like they were saying, yeah, we're a hip hop group, but we also sing too. Um, I feel like there was a pretty even distribution of the hip hop songs versus like the sing songy type of songs, or I guess ballads, really. Um, so yeah, it was interesting. What are your thoughts?
I agree. I feel like this one was less hip hop, more pop. I think they're like I don't know. I mean, it's their second. I mean, it's their second album they put out. So, album, whatever. So it's like their second release. So I can definitely see them like growing and like mixing because I feel like in too cool for school I feel like they just tried to make everyone rappers. Like, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, they tried to make them be like rappers that like happen to sing instead of knowing that like they have singers on there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so this one, like, definitely they're showcasing that, like, the fact that we're not all hip hop rap. We got a little more to show, and so yeah, I don't know. It was a good album. And I mean, if I ruled the world, I mean, I didn't really look at the lyrics, so to look at the lyrics now, it was really funny. Um, yeah, it was just funny, and it just honestly, it just sounded like teenagers writing about like what they thought was cool at the time, if that makes sense. Like, you know how some people will like rap about things they don't know? Like, I feel like that's kind of like just feel like that's kind of like what they were doing, which makes sense. I mean, people do it all the time. And so like
Yes.
I just feel like that's kind of what they were going for, but I mean, it makes sense. Like they're trying to like be with the times and just kind of do what was cool at the time, what probably would, make them popular. Um and yeah, but I mean, we all know later on, throughout their career they found out that like doing what quote unquote makes you popular didn't work for them, I guess. And so they found their own way, which is probably why they're where they are now. I'm done.
Okay. All right. So now we're gonna move into their their third, whoa, their second mini album, and this is the last album that we are going to review for this episode, and that is School Love Affair Special Edition, ADD Edition. I just think it's funny how when you look it up on like iTunes, it's edition like with the E, but then you look at the actual album and it's edition with the like adding. Anyways, so if you're like looking up like edition, you might want to try the EDI edition and not the ADD. Okay, so anyways, so favorite songs. I guess I'll go first and talk about my favorite songs for School Love Affair. I really like the intro. I really like the intro. I've heard this intro before, cause like, yeah, I feel like like we said like earlier, like we've heard like a lot of these songs or at least parts of these songs, and so I thought I wasn't going to like the intro as much as I did listening to the whole album, but no, I really like it. And I had seen it live. I think the first time I heard it, I saw them sing it live, and I was like, "This is really cool." But anyways, I still love it. But yeah, I really liked Suga's ad libs in intro School Love Affair, but I also really like. I think I just like the whole song because I also really liked Arm's part, and I also like how J Hope like came in there like with his own style, and so
I think
they
you like this song.
yeah, they just like the song. I just like how they all had their own like styles and it was just a good song. Anyways, so I also really like Just One Day, of course. It's a classic. How could I not? Still singing along to it years later. Of course, I like Tomorrow. I think okay. So obviously, I think this is my favorite of the three albums that we reviewed because Tomorrow was on there. I mean, hello. Do I need to say anything more? Like the live performance, the song, them grinding, talking about society is just top tier content. Like, oh my god, if they go on tour, I really, 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 really hope. I really hope tomorrow. I don't know if tomorrow's gonna be on the last album. Probably not. Dang. Well,
We'll know
no.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be on there. That's such a good song. Anyways, and okay, the last song I put down that I like V's part and Jump as my favorite song because I don't know necessarily if I like the whole song, but V's part is just like I just get so energized, like
Mm-hmm.
just like just start growling with him. Like I don't know, like this album is a good album. This is a good one. Um, if I knew about BTS back then and I heard this album, I would have been into them immediately. Immediately. Last two, maybe not. Especially after if I heard If I Rule the World. I would have been like, I don't know. But this is the one right here. This is the one right here. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking and remember your favorite songs.
Well, can't talk about this album without talking about my favorite song, Boy in Love. That's my jam. And if you don't know, now you know because I love this song so much. And I just I'm just gonna keep saying it, and one day hopefully I manifest it. I want to see this perform live. That's all. Okay. I don't know. I think it's B. I don't. It's just there's just like this in it, and I just.
This was his era though, for real, for real. This album, he growled a lot. He growled. There's a lot of growling.
Okay, I love that song. I just thought I should get that out the way. I also put down Just One Day. It is a classic. I've always loved it so much. And like, come on now, like we basically all know Korean whenever this song comes on. So it's really good. I also like Miss Right. Honestly, I would say that Boy in Love, Just One Day, and Miss Right. I have all three of those on my phone right now, even before we listen to the album. So yeah, I just really, I feel like it's a cop out for me to say those three since I already knew them, but still. But I mean, a new one that I did like was the outro, propose, just because I don't know, it was good. I mean, like you had mentioned earlier, their outros are really good, but I don't know. I think this one really just stuck out to me a lot. So yeah, those are my favorites. I agree, girl. This was a good album. This is a good one. Like this is a really good one. Like if they're like out of these three, I would say like this is the first one that you should listen to. I mean you can listen to other ones, but this one you can listen to it. There's a lot of hits on this song. On this song. There's a lot of hits on this album. So yeah. That's all I would say. Those are my favorite songs.
Great songs. Great songs. Um okay, so now we're gonna talk about the two music videos that they released for this album, and that was Boy in Love and Just One Day. So, for Boy in Love, my only question was, why were they so violent with the girl? And why were they so aggressive? It was just a very aggressive like song. And it was just like they were throwing the girl against the lockers. And did anyone not have an issue with this? They're like manhandling this girl and talking about, weren't they basically just saying like, aren't they saying, why won't you like be with me essentially? Or like what's wrong with you for not wanting to be with me? But then there was a weird, like the breakdown at the, not breakdown, is that what it's called? I don't know. In the end, when Jimin and Jin and I think Jungkook like take turns like singing to the girl,
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden it gets like real soft. But it's like this whole time you're yelling at the girl and throwing her against the locker. I don't know. I think that's what's always confused me about this song. Like, why are you yelling at her?
Mm-hmm.
And why is V growling at her? And then at the end they want to like sweet talk her.
Men.
I don't know.
I mean, if you think about it though, like if you think about that time period, and then you think about some of like the K dramas that you watch from that time period,
Oh, that's true. I forgot.
like the popular guys were very aggressive with the girls that they wanted.
Yeah,
Like they were just rough with them or mean, like for
yeah,
no reason.
you're right.
So like, I mean, it makes sense, but I have no idea why they're so aggressive. Like that's not okay. That's not how you get someone's attention.
Um, and I just want to say that I really liked RM's hair in this. I think it was the
Mm-hmm.
undercut. It was the undercut for me.
It's always the undercut.
Yeah, I love a good undercut. I was just okay. Side note, I was while I was like I had like a BTS day today because I was listening to the albums for this recording. But I also saw a behind the scenes of Sugar when he did Dechuta,
Mm-hmm.
and he had like the undercut, and I was like, ooh, like I don't know.
Mm.
It just reminded me how much I love a good undercut on them. But I love RM's his hair got better through the years, and this was a good
Definitely.
this was a good hair era for him. This was great. And I also I don't think I didn't write this down or anything, but I think I remember I was gonna say this is a good song. It's a good song. It's aggressive, but it is a good song. And
I know.
this is a good video. Like I could see them. I feel like maybe because the second one was the no one was more like a dance performance type of video. I mean, they still dance in this one, but I feel like there's also like acting involved, and it seemed like they were getting, more comfortable with the camera and like really like playing around with the camera, or I guess like interacting, not playing around, but like interacting more with the camera. They just looked a little bit more comfortable on the camera in this one to me. And it just looked really good. And Arm's hair looked great.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I guess as a side note, not a really a side note, I really liked how Jacob looks good in this era. I mean, not that he doesn't look good now, but something about the spiky hair and like his forehead showing, I don't know.
That daggone forehead.
Yeah, like I feel like he probably would have been my bias if I was into them back then. I don't know. I mean, I still like him now, but like something, I feel like he stood out to me in these 3 music videos. Um, and Arm's hair. Okay. Um. So yeah. So what are your thoughts also about Boy in Love?
Um, it's beautiful. Like, do you even have to ask? Like, hello. Anyways, let me stop. Let me stop. I love the choreo for this. I don't know if it's like I don't know how to I don't know how to explain the move, but like the arm and the chest, the little chest, the little yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying.
The wet
I love
head.
that. I don't know, the choreo in this is just so amazing, and just like to see whenever they're in like the V formations, they will always like change levels on like both sides, and it was
Mm.
just it was so good. I feel like this is where you start to see them really have like not that like the choreography from the previous videos from the other albums, like they didn't have like quote unquote hard choreography, but this one I feel like they really stepped their game up, and you saw how like talented they were, and like what moves they could do, and you could see just like how dynamic they could be. And like I don't know, I just I love this album. Not this oh well, I love the album, but I just love this video so much. I don't know, I just feel like wait, this is a later on thought, so I'll keep that one to myself right now. But yes, for Boy in Love, I love it so much. Choreo, that it's the choreo that really did it for me with this music video.
Okay, so now we're gonna talk about their music video, Just One Day. So Amber, what are your thoughts about Just One Day?
I've always loved this music video. I thought it was like super cute, and like the little chair, and it's just everything. Um I guess that goes with me saying that like it's simple. Like the choreography for this music video is super simple, but it's not boring. Like I'm not bored watching it. And it's I don't know, it's very calm compared to Boy in Love. Like I feel like Boy in Love was like aggressive, like girl, I want you kind of thing. Like you know what I mean? Like that kind of
Mm-hmm.
like aggression
Yeah.
where like just one day it's like calm, you know, it's cool. And it's they seem more approachable just so yeah, I don't know. I always liked it. I ever since like I got into them. This is one of the music videos that like I did actually see and that I watched a few times. So yeah, what are your thoughts?
I don't know that I agree that it was simple. I mean, it wasn't as like it didn't jump around and bang on their chest, like in Boy in Love. But I mean, I feel like there was a lot of more subtle movements in Just One Day, like when they did the breath in the beginning, before I think J Hope gets up and does his part. I think. Um, no, was it J Hope? Was it Sugar? Oh, I can't remember right now. Who was it that they go like that, like they hold their chest open, and then someone gets up. Oh, well, someone gets up. It is not J Hope that does his part. I think it's Sugar, because he gets up, and then Jimin, and then I think J Hope are dancing behind him in the back. So I mean, I feel like there was a lot more subtleties. Um, well, obviously, I guess like there's just more subtle things going on in this one, but they were all it was still pretty detailed, and so to me that didn't make it like simple. I mean, with the other one, they were just jumping a lot in Boy in Love. I don't know. I love the parts of the choreo where like each member would like stand up on a chair and like do something, and then the other members would like do something like sitting down, and then they would all join in together. And I just feel like they really utilized the chairs a lot, and it's just it's a good song, and the choreo is cute, so I agree with that. Yeah, I mean overall just a great song, great choreo. I did think that V's ginger hair was interesting. I don't know, it was very, I don't know if I would want him to do that. I mean, he could do whatever color I guess he wants to do or whatever, but I didn't really like that color on him. um that's all I was gonna say. I don't know. I was just thinking about like their style in the music video. and his hair was interesting. Um, but yeah, I think that's all I was gonna say. It's a great song. And you know what? Actually, well, not saying I was gonna say. I think it was a good. I think it was a good idea to like have a more aggressive song, have a video for a more aggressive song, and then come out with like a slower song. Because it's like, yeah, I'm aggressive, but I'm not gonna hurt you. And so, you know,
Toxic.
yeah, I guess. But like you said, like that was the thing of the time where it was like, oh, he's a bad boy, but he's only gentle with me, right? So
I
that's
think
what.
Boys Over Flowers right now in my head.
Oh, yeah, me too. But I'm also thinking of, well, when did the airs come out? That was like years later, right?
Ooh, I don't know, but I know what you're saying too. Yes, I agree.
Because it was the same sort of thing to me in that too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, so I think that was smart, to kind of play on that kind of concept because if you're into like K dramas, but even if you're not, I feel like girl, that's kind of like a stereotype
True.
that girls tend to go for those type of guys. So, like the ones that are like mean to everyone else, but only nice to them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Hmm. Anyway, that's all I was gonna say. Anything else you wanted to say about the music videos?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Um, Overall thoughts about the album School Love Affair. So, to me, I feel like this was an album where they started to move more into pop, and I don't know if it was because there was just so many hits. I don't I don't know. I don't know. There was just I just this the song sounded a bit more commercial to me in this album compared to the other ones. And so I guess that's why I said that. Um and I really, really love that they actually did an actual remix for like it
Mm.
sounded completely different. And the ad libs are really good in that song. Um it's just I just wish they would bring it back, like those type of remixes. And I hope the third CD has real remixes on it. Um, so I really liked that about this album. Um, we already said this before, so I feel like I'm just like reiterating the same thing. But there are some really great songs on this album that have become classics for BTS and
Mm-hmm.
amongst like BTS fans. Like you said with Just One Day, even if you don't know Korean, you will know Korean when that song comes on. Like it is what it is. Um and then it's also made me think like I just really want to hear rapper Jungkook again. Like I think he has such a great rap voice, and I
Mm-hmm.
love when he raps. I like the Musters and the Fest is well not Fest. I guess it's just called the Mustard. I don't know. I saw a thread on Twitter about like trying to like define the differences between. Well, I think Festa is the whole like thing, like the whole 2 weeks or whatever that they release content, right? But I guess the Musters, like the actual like fan meeting, I guess.
I
I
guess
think
so.
I think that's the difference. Well, anyways, I just want Jungkook to rap on a song again because he has a great rapping voice. He has great flow. And listening to these first three albums, I was just like, yeah, I see why they made him a rapper because he's good. And yeah, so those were overall thoughts about this album. So, Amber, what are your overall thoughts?
I agree. Bring rapping Jungkook back. Because when he did that rap for Dang, I was like, oh. I was like, oh, okay. Multi-talented over here. He sounded so good. So I definitely agree with
Okay.
you. And I guess so I don't repeat anything you said. I think one thing I definitely noticed in this album was that they like I don't know if they finally found their sound, but I definitely feel like they found or like started to go on the path of like becoming the BTS that we know today, as far as like sound wise and idea wise. Like, you could definitely like tell that you were like, oh, okay, they found themselves. They found the balance between like rap line and vocal line. They found the
Mm-hmm.
balance between still keeping to like the hip hop roots, but also throwing in a little bit of pop. Like, it was just like a nice, I guess, mesh. But like, I could be wrong, but I also think like, they were with a small company, and so I feel like it wasn't just BTS, like the group, trying to figure things out, but I also feel like it was the company trying to figure things out. So maybe they finally were like, okay, we're getting it, and now everything's like fully clicking. And they I just feel like they're just skyrocketing from here. Like, you can't be disappointed from here. Like, the first two were like, oh, let's the first one was like, let's figure out what's happening here. But now they're
Exactly.
like, we got this. We know the formula now.
Yes.
So that's how I felt about it. But yeah, did you have anything else to say about anything we talked about today?
Yeah, I just wanted to add on to what you were saying. Like, that's such a great, like, I don't know, assessment or statement. How like they're able to find like the perfect balance, I guess, or like the perfect like mesh. Because
Mm-hmm.
it really felt like the first two. It felt like they're a hip hop group. They're a hip
Mm-hmm.
hop group, and like they try to find a place for those who could sing to sing, but it always felt like this is originally a hip hop song. Like it wasn't really meant for singers. That's what it
Mm-hmm.
felt like to me. And this one, it felt like the rappers got to shine, the singers got to shine. The hooks are amazing, and like the
Mm-hmm.
choruses are just, it's just everything just came together, like gumbo. I never really had gumbo, but I just imagine like when like you have like the perfect seasonings and like everything like together. This is what you get. I'm just excited. I'm
Yeah.
excited that we went back to listen to this. And now I want to find a copy of this, of like a physical copy, because I'm excited and I want to have a physical copy of this.
Can I just say, there have been so many times that I've actually seen this special edition one, and I'm like, do I really want it? Because it's so expensive. The special, I've,
Oh,
I
really?
promise you, I've never seen like the original version, like the album itself. I haven't seen that one, but the special edition is like everywhere. And I promise you, I agree with me, Melissa. I want the real one, and I know when I go look for it in all the stores that I've seen it before, it's not gonna be there. Now that I want it, it's not gonna be there. But I agree. I want a physical copy too. I should have got them when we were in California, because I definitely, not California, when we were in Las Vegas, because I feel like I saw it when we were there, and I had to, honestly, I didn't need to bring anything else back with me. Um Anywho, well, yeah, that's today's episode. Um
Great transition.
yeah, just thought I might throw it out there. This is the end. Please, like, let us know, like, if you guys enjoyed going back. I almost said going back in time, but I guess technically we are going back in time. Let us know, like, are you guys doing the same thing? Because this is definitely on our minds. Like, when we saw the video at the end of the concert, I was like, oh, they're going back. And I didn't know they were going to be going back the way that they were going back. But like, I'm happy that they are, because it prompted us to say, maybe we should go back and like really listen to their older stuff, because I know I didn't listen to all of them. I don't know about you, Melissa, but
No, I did not.
okay. So yeah, let us know what your thoughts are on their early music, what your thoughts are on this upcoming comeback. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So, anywho, you can let us know on Twitter and Instagram at _AM podcast. The links are always in the description. And thank you for listening. I hope you all are staying safe, but also, I guess things are slightly getting better. So, like, I hope you're also having a little fun, but still stay safe. Um, and we'll talk to you next episode.